What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a little while. Slowly seeping my videos out. Let me get into the political thing today. I really shouldn't, but I'm just going to do it real quick because all the hoopla about it and what's going on with the elections right now. And basically, politics is politricks. Democrat and Republican, that's a paradigm. Coke versus Pepsi, left versus right. Two wings on the same bird. Two heads of one monster. I know a lot of people, will get into, why these parties are different or why they feel they're different, but, they really don't know. If they're caught up in that paradigm, then they're really lost. A person is really lost if they're caught up in Democrat versus Republican or politics at all. Because, it's really a farce. The whole Romney and Obama thing is hysterical. I mean, America is a corporation. That's what people need to understand. It's not a country. And, most of the roads in this country are owned by United Arab Emirates and other countries. Post office is owned by Spain and Britain. This place is a corporation. It's up for sale. It's been up for sale. And this is a shifting of ownership right now, a changing of the deed, if you will. But I'm not talking about with the election. I'm just talking about in general. That's what's going on with the whole collapses or whatever. Because basically the market is collapsing every few months now, and they're printing billions of dollars, or technically printing billions of dollars to stimulate the economy. But really, it's all a distraction. The whole Federal Reserve counterfeit operation, that's all a distraction. It really is. It's ways around it. It's ways to get away from it. But people have to do it. They have to do it accordingly. They have to do it they have to get away from the system as much as possible and in the most efficient manner. I'm not telling people to quit their jobs today. But there is a way out, and you just have to plan it. It's different for everybody. I can't say one size fits all, but if you think there's no way out, then there won't be a way out. So, I'm not going to sit here and act like I have the answers for every single person, but there is a way out. To get off the grid, because anytime if you can't fight the system and at the same time support it. You can't be involved with it. You just can't be involved with the system and think that you're fighting it. You're really not. Anybody with a Social Security card or a birth certificate is a slave. You're a slave. Those are legally binding agreements to this corporation, because this is a corporation which is being bought up by other corporations. Because I don't even want to get into calling them countries. Land masses with lines that are written on maps. If you really want to get down into things, so many countries are basically bought and paid for or tossed up amongst other countries, and this being one of them. It's really, it's a land grab. It's a free for all. I don't know why anybody thinks there's really this government thing that we need to buy into that's for the people, by the people. No. If you really think these people give a fuck about a constitution, a piece of paper, no. They'll murder you in a heartbeat if they see fit. They don't want martyrs, but if they see fit, they will. And it's really all divide and conquer. The whole Romney and Obama thing. They already elected Obama basically by having Romney in there, being the opposing, the person opposing him. So the whole Romney secretly recorded tape that wasn't secret. Come on, man. Are you really that dumb, yeah? Are you really that dense that you think that this dude really didn't know that there was a camera in the room? Come on, man. Another 4 years of this puppet. Because I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at Romney either. There's no point in even getting worked up over this and giving it my energy. It's just crazy when you see other people get buying in. It's wow. This is why I'm getting off the grid, because I just can't. If you stay in this, you're just gonna get sick. It's to make you sick. It's by design. So they basically already elected Obama. I saw a poll the other day on TV, on the Poisonous TV, and it was 43% of the people think the economy has stayed the same, and 30% said it got worse or something. But they tried to act like that there was a difference between staying the same and got worse. Like, it's the same thing. It's bad. So I don't know, but that's just again like the division. They just try to divide people and act like there's a difference, or you know. And then again, it's the whole race card thing with the Romney thing. So easily played, and people just eat that shit up. Idiots, just idiots, just being used as political weapons against themselves. Really, at the end of the day. So I mean, I would just say get away from the system as much as possible. Get completely off the grid as much as possible. Start your own communities, whatever you got to do. It's not a one size fits all. I can't tell you what to do, but I know I'm getting off the grid. And this whole theory or test, this is really just one big test, that's basically being ran on people. And like I said, all this has happened before, though. Everything, this is all, there's 7 presidents before George Washington. See, people don't even know the real history of things. Like, the last king of America, King George III, he was mixed. Plenty of emperors and people were mixed. Or of color, whatever you want to say, because everybody's of color, really. There's no white people. You're pink already, or just really pale pink. So, anyway, if you just knew the real history of things, then you would know, like, this is just a free-for-all. It always has been. Yes, blacks own black slaves. Yes, it was all different types of things. Cherokees used to go any runaway slaves, Cherokees used to go trap them. This whole thing about there being, really no one's innocent at this point, at this juncture. Like, no one's really innocent. And I know it's hard for people to grasp, like, well, why do things happen to babies or these people, or you have no idea what that energy or that person, what they've done in a past life. And why things are being done to them while they're most vulnerable. I know it's difficult to grasp, and I know people say, well, that's just wrong, but you don't know the connections. And that's what they want you to do, to be caught up in other people's things and other people's connections, be caught up in somebody's political game, because it's a game. Like they say, politics is showbiz for ugly people. Showbiz is a game. It's all a game. It's a blood sacrifice. And they sacrifice their own every now and again. For distraction, like Wiener a couple years ago. It's hilarious. It's a charade, man. It's really a charade. So I say nobody should vote. Not one person. Don't vote. If if nobody votes, then you know. If no one voted, and then they still elect somebody, then you know. Right? Because presidents are selected. They're not elected. This is hysterical, man. You got the biggest drug dealers in the world, the U.S. government, or elements within the governments of the world. They're the biggest drug dealers. Those are the people running the world, drug dealers, and man, go down the list of child prostitution. All these people that are big wigs, they all are into the most vile of things, pretty much. Pretty much, yo. Maybe we're somewhere along the ladder. It might be a real person in there, but far and few in between, my friends. So I would just say, it's all a farce, man. You can't fight the system at the same time support it. Don't vote. That's all I really gotta say. I got another video coming.